Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of the Kickoff Discussion Podcast, your ultimate destination for all things football. Manchester City maintains their pursuit of six Premier League titles in 7 years and their fourth in a row after winning 4-0 against Brighton at Amex Stadium to put pressure on Arsenal. And in this video, I'll be discussing the game between Manchester City and Brighton, and I will discuss their game plan tactics and key moments in the game. Let's get to it. Manchester City set up differently from what we usually see. They set up in a 4-1-4-1 system of play with Rodri at the base of the midfield, while De Bruyne, Phil Foden, Kovacic, and Bernardo Silva all play in attacking midfield roles, and Junior Alvarez led the line. And for Brighton, they set up in a 4-2-3-1 system of play. Let's take a look at the stats from the game. Manchester City have 14 shots and they have 6 shots on target, while Brighton have 7 shots overall and 3 shots on target. Manchester City have the majority of the possession; they have 65% possession, and Brighton had 35% of possession. Manchester City have 4 corners, while Brighton have 4 corners. Well, as we know, Brighton play possessive football and they love to play out from the back. That have been successful, and they break through high press from their opponents with their composure on the ball. Guardiola was aware of this fact and he made their game plan very difficult to execute. He knew that if they were able to perfectly execution their game plan, it will be a serious problem for Manchester City in that game, and it can jeopardize their title run. How did Manchester City disrupt their game plan? One would ask. A simple answer to that question is high press. Manchester City presses high with more men, forcing Brighton to make mistakes. Brighton, when they were not able to break their press, and they give the ball away quite often in that game. Manchester City capitalized on this weakness and got 3 goals in the first half. Kevin De Bruyne found the net following a beautiful header inside the box. That goal was his first header in the Premier League, and the execution was superb. That was somehow similar to Robin Van Persie's famous header. And Phil Foden also got a brace to keep Manchester City in control of the game in the first half. That foul Phil Foden was given as a free kick was soft in my opinion, and that was at the detriment of Brighton. His third goal for Manchester City came after high press. Brighton gave the ball away in their own box and got punished for it. And in the second half, they were completely caught high up the pitch. Brighton presses high, leaving an enormous space behind them. Ederson spotted the run of Kai Walker, who drives the ball straight into the box. Before he managed to put the ball to Alvarez, who made no mistake to seal a perfect victory for Manchester City. From Brighton's point of view, I would say that wasn't their usual performance. Guardiola was just so intelligent to beat Brighton at their own game. Amex Stadium is one of the most difficult stadium to visit in England, and Manchester City went there with a beautiful game plan, which leaves his team balanced both offensive and in defensive manner. I think Brighton were low on confidence and they weren't able to execute their game plan due to Manchester City's high press. Fair play to Manchester City because we all know that this is what they do best. They know how to win titles and they have been consistent with their performance during title runs in the past, and this is no exception. The running has been so amazing so far. However, their occurrences in that game I thought was a mistake. Decisions favors Manchester City, and I'm going to talk about it. The first one was the foul on Phil Foden that led to Manchester City's second goal for Foden. I think that wasn't a foul. That wasn't a foul to begin with. The decision was a damaging one for Brighton, and I think the officials need to do well. Other occurrences in that game was penalty incidents in the game that VR went with on-field decisions. The first one I'd love to talk about is the handball by Hake. He held his hand out in this manner, and the cross hits his hand. Well, I don't know. Can someone just explain to me why that wasn't given as a penalty? I would love to know because that was a clear foul, and I can't just fathom why the reason why the officials refused to give that as a penalty. That just reminds me of a penalty that was given to West Ham in a game against Manchester United. The shot was straight to Pogba's face. He blocked the shot with his he blocked the shot with his hand, and that was given as a penalty. Another occurrence that I thought should be a penalty was a foul on João Pedro. Well, Vardio clearly impeded him in the box, and I thought that should be given as a penalty. And again, they will say it was so soft. It was so soft, but what do I know? And lastly, a foul by Rodri. Well, he clearly dragged the Brighton player in the box, and I believe that should have been given as well. Well, there are some penalty calls that you will feel that it shouldn't have been a penalty, but for one reason or the other, it was given. Well, the inconsistencies of officiating in English football is becoming unbearable, and that is actually damaging the reputation of the league. And I think PGMOL can do better than that. Well, that will be all for this video. Let me know what you think about the game and the penalty incidents in that game. I will see you in another episode, and bye for now.